Good morning once again, class. The last video we were learning about the different modals and their uses. The different modals that we learned about were can, could, may, might, will, would, shall. Now when you look at this particular table given over there and the usage of the modal, then you will see that a particular modal or the usage, okay, like if we are talking about permission, let's talk about permission over here. So permission can be taken using the word can, then using the word modal may, using the modal might. So then later on I asked you to do exercise 1 on your own. So before we go further, we'll discuss the answers of exercise 1. Now children, just to remind you, I am on page number 111. Match the sentences on the left with the uses of the modals on the right. I must make a phone call. So must over here stands for necessity. She has walked a long way. She must be tired. So must over here, see, in the first sentence it was necessity. Must in the second sentence is a possibility. Will you close the window please? Now the word over here is please. So without any doubt, it is request. We will be away next weekend. Now again the modal will in the third sentence was a request. Now in the fourth sentence, will is a certainty. We will be away next weekend. So without any doubt, we know that we will not be here. She can speak French fluently. Now can in the fifth sentence is ability, that she knows the language. Sixth, shall I get a taxi for you? Now we come to the modal shall. So shall in the sixth sentence is offer. You are offering to help somebody. Then seventh, shall we go for a swim? Now seventh, over here the modal shall is suggestion, that would you like to come, or they are just suggesting. Now eighth, can I go out? Now can in fifth was ability. Now in the eighth sentence, can is permission. Can I go out? So over here can, the modal can has been used as permission. Ninth is she may arrive tomorrow. Now see children, may over here has been used as, where did I put it? Future action. What is it? It is future action. I have not written, I will just write it over here. It is future action. Now over here we have seen that how a particular modal has been used in different ways. Now coming down further, continuing further with our study about the modals. Modal verbs, unlike ordinary verbs, have only one form. They never have endings like s, ing or ed. Now let us look at this. verbs, verbs, right? You know it is a main verb, right? So it is an ordinary verb also. So verb is a word, right? So verb and verbs both are correct. Boy, boys. So boy is an ordinary, what am I saying? Please excuse me children. We are talking about modal verbs, right? Play. So when you talk about the verb play, it is used with a plural subject. When we talk about the verb plays, then it is used, see, let us talk about play over here, right? It is used with a plural subject. Whereas plays is used with a singular subject. Right? I am dancing. So the base form of the verb is dance and ing is dancing, or ed. I played, not played over here, right? So what is happening? Playing, play, playing, played. So these are different forms of the ordinary verbs. But modal verbs, when we talk about modal verbs, Unlike ordinary verbs, when we are talking about play, plays, right? Playing, played, dance, dance, dances, dancing, danced, right? These are ordinary verbs. So unlike ordinary verbs, modal verbs do not change their form. Again, let us come back to this table over here. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall. So modals do not change their forms. After modal verbs, we use the base form of a verb, right? We use the base form of a word. May is a modal, arrive is a verb, right? Now, shall is a modal and swim is the verb. Again, shall is the modal, get is the verb. Can is the modal and speak is the verb. So what you'll notice over here, the base with a modal, we always use the base form of a verb. Speak, close, then walk. Over here modal is must, tired, right? So now coming back to modals over here. Ought is an exception. With ought we use the infinitive, ought to. Which infinitive do we use? To. You ought to go. So example is you ought to go. Now we often use modal verbs to talk about permission, ability, necessity, possibility, etc. This we have already covered in all the different examples over here and when we discuss the answers to exercise number 1. Now let us first see how permission, right? How different modals show permission. You can sit here. Anyone may join the club. Now may is more formal than can. Can, may, I use your computer. So both are okay. Both are acceptable over here. The only difference is may is more formal. Could I ask you a question? Could I is what? Is more polite than can or may I. Am I clear, children, about it? Now coming to page number 112. Next usage is ability. She can speak English fluently. I could swim when I was 7. So this we have already seen in exercise 1 where they talked about somebody speaking French fluently. Over here it is she can speak English fluently. So both these sentences show ability. Now could is ability in the past. Could is generally used for something in the past. Now we see how different modals show obligation or necessity. I must get up at 5 tomorrow. So this is what? Necessity. You must work hard. Again, necessity. You ought to obey your parents. Now this is obligation and necessity as well. You should apply for the job. Why? This is what? Usage is necessity. Need I come again? So again necessity. Now comparing these following. You need not go. It is not necessary for you to go. You must not go. Don't go. See? Right? Now coming to how different modals show requests. Can I have a glass of water please? So please here. Could I have some tea? So could is again more formal, more polite than can and may. With can they have used please over here. Will you give me a lift? So it is the manner of speaking which will show that you are requesting. Had you just simply said give me a lift, then it wouldn't have been a request. But when you say will you give me a lift, then it becomes a request. Would you lend me your camera? Again, would is more formal, more polite than will. Can you do me a favor? So can. Could you get me a ticket? So all these modals can, could, will, would, can, could, again they show requests. Now coming to offers. Let us see how different modals show the usage of offers. I will get tickets for you. So you are offering somebody something. Shall I carry the bag for you? Again you are helping out. Can, may I help you? This we have already been into. So because there is a question mark over here, so you are not just inquiring about something, asking for information, you are offering. Would you like me to help you? again you are offering your help to somebody, extending a helping hand. Will you have a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea? So again, will you like a cup of tea would also have been correct. Again, would is more formal than will. Would you have a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea? Both will be correct. All these modals over here, will, shall, can, may, would, will, again would, they show the usage of are. Now coming to suggestions. Shall we go swimming? Shall we play chess? Now we are, what am I doing? I am just suggesting. Who am I suggesting to? See, the speaker is always the first person and the listener is the second person. Now coming to possibility. He may be at home now. So when we use the modal may, we show possibility, perhaps a 50% chance. He might be at home now. Now this is very important. Might is a smaller chance than may. He could be at home now. Less sure than may or might. Could be, that I have really no idea. Can be and cannot be. He might have left. It is possible that he left or has left. Right? So when we see children, these you remember by heart. May is 50%. Might is again a smaller chance than may. So remember it like this: may, might, could, may, might. Now he might have left. Again children, it is possible that he has already left or he left. Now certainty, that is surety. He must be at home now. So I am very sure. Right? So the modal must shows certainty or surety. I am sure that he is at home now. So in other words, what am I telling the listener? I am sure that he is at home now. He must have left. I am sure that he has left. So I am sure, what in other words I am saying, that I am sure that person has left. Now prediction. Prediction is talking about the future. I suppose she will get the job. So you know a person is capable, they have the right credentials, right degrees. So when you are predicting something which you know is a 99.9% possibility, you are predicting. I suppose she will get the job. Perhaps it will rain tonight. So because you can see the clouds or you can hear the rumbling and thundering and lightning, so you know that it will rain tonight. I will be busy tomorrow, because you know you have planned your day ahead, and so you know that you will be busy tomorrow. Now this, though the exercise 2 over here is a pair work, right? The statements below are not true. Work in pairs and turn the sentences into A, questions and negatives. So we cannot make pairs over here, but then I am setting exercise 2 for your homework as your homework. I am not going to post extra assignments, separate assignments on the eCare app for you to solve. So this is your homework for today, which is part of today's learning about the usage of different kinds of modals. The second exercise says match the sentences on the left with the uses of the modals on the right. This is somewhat similar to exercise 1, which we did on page number 111. Now exercise 2 over here, the examples they have clearly given over there, and you are class 8 students, you shouldn't find any difficulty. Just make sure what is the usage of the modal. See, fish can fly. So what is happening? The verb is exchanging places with the subject. So you can see can is in can, fish, can becomes the question word, fish fly. Right? So fish is over here, modal is coming here, and the fly is a verb. Now when we are turning it into a negative sentence, no, fish can't fly. Fish can fly. So you have to start the sentence with no, comma is very important. Fish can't fly. So to can you will add not, but in a contraction form. No, fish can't fly. Right? So in the next video we will discuss the answers to exercises 2 and 3. Till that time, stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you.